Good afternoon, SFL. As a look at the skyline in sunny San Diego as they host the Vancouver Legion from the Canadian borderline. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm your play-by-play commentator today, Damon Simmons. Alongside me is my good partner, buddy, and friend, Eddie Gage. Let them know how you feeling.
SFL Nation, what go? Hey, Arizona, I still love y'all. We're going to be back in the thick of things next season. But, today, Vancouver trying to do the unthinkable. They're trying to dethrone Baltimore from that #1 seed. But to do that, they need help from Queen City, who's over there handling business right there over there in Baltimore. But they got business to take care of themselves right here in San Diego. They got to go ahead and knock out these guys for that to even be possible. Let's see how it shakes out tomorrow.
Absolutely, Gage. Vancouver is top of the ranks here in the SFL with that 9-1 schedule, that 9-1 standing. And San Diego has basically been on a decline after they hot start of what they lost with 7 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken. As I just stated, they started off pretty hot, man, and they just end up just going down here. But I'm pretty sure they are looking to upset the Vancouver Legion here this afternoon, Gage, and I'm excited that you and I are on this call. It should be a shootout.
It should be. And talking to both these teams just about this game, just talking to Andy, I said, hey, man, what's the game plan? He said, I only have one game plan, and that's to win. I respect the heck out of San Diego, and I'm expecting a battle. But, we going to see what they got to throw at us, and we're going to adjust it on the fly. He's confident that his coaches that he got out there, that got him to this point, are going to be able to adapt on the fly, adjust, and get them where they need to be. So we'll see how it shakes out tomorrow.
Here's the return here for the Vancouver Legion as they receive the ball first out to the 24, 25, the 30-yard line is Chris Curtis as they get across the 30-yard line to the 32. First and 10 here for the Legion. Here's a look at the Legion offense. We have Tom Peppers, the quarterback. Robert Redford is the running back. Also here for the wide receivers for this ball club. Just a moment here, sorry. Fullback, Sawyer Stern. Wide receivers, Brett Killian, David Gears, Kendall Hall, my apologies, and Chris Curtis, as we just mentioned. There's a strike right across the middle of the field from Tom Pepper. This time it is to look like Chris Curtis there on the reception. Also tight ends, James Walters and Mike Coverson and Michael Prococo are the linemen here for the Legion.
Legion are coming out aggressive on the offense. DeMond striking the middle of this defense.
They come out in a strong spread here. There's a 7-step drop here by Pepper. Dumps it off here to Redford. Redford tries to spin move, nowhere to go. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Legion. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here at the 48 for Vancouver.
One thing I was noticing, when you think about Vancouver and this offense, you think about Kendra Hall making highlight plays every week, Brett Killian running down the sidelines. But actually, their tailback, Robert Redford, is the team's leading receiver.
Eddie Gage to come out here and Trey Open versus a 3-2 defense. Throws a sidearm throw that pass is deflected away.
Talking to San Diego this week, coming into this game, I was talking to Axel, their newly appointed head coach, and he said, listen, we've seen a lot of success in practice on both sides of the ball, and we are really hopeful going into this game. They're really confident they can come out with a win.
That pass was deflected by Josh Forensey. Josh Forensey is 6 tackles away from 109 total. 110 would be a career best. Had 109 in season 16. It's the same formation here for Vancouver. 2-step drop here by Pepper. Raise the progression, gets a little pressure. Throws him off, dumps it off here to the tight end in the flat. Oh, I'm sorry, that was one of the 5th wide receivers. That was Kyle Collins on the reception.
San Diego come out and is playing a cover 8, trying to take away the middle of the field. And with Tom Pepper having all that time, I was just sure he'd be able to attack him deep middle on the strong side of the defense, but unable to get a receiver.
We'll get to the defense of San Diego here in just a moment, as Vancouver is going to have to settle to punt this ball over to the Mavericks on their first possession. Vancouver defense looks like defensive end, Derek Ginkgo, Wolf Justice. Defensive tackle is Stephon Farg. Sorry about that. Linebackers are Leon Thunderman, Thomas Matthews, Axel Raven, Pete Mitchell. 4 linebackers for this club. Cornerbacks are Nana Leahy, Tom Creed, Zach Lay, Ray Leonard III, Zach Holdoff, and Isabella Blackwell. And Alex Finley is the kicker. Offense, we have Scar Patterson, outstanding rookie, has been looking good so far all season long. Throws an out route to his wide receiver, Gunnar Lewis, the number 1 receiver on this ball club, Gage.
Gunnar Lewis is a deep threat, so to see him running anything short of 10 yards is rare.
Here's 2nd and 6 for Patterson at their own 21-yard line. Hand off here to Jalen Wells. Jalen Wells is hitting the backfield. Couldn't see if that was a 5-yard loss. It was 39.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9 after that pickup of 5 on the 1st down. And now with 3rd and line, look for Gerald Dudasesi to make an impact.
Offense here for San Diego, quarterback Scar Patterson. Jalen Wells is a halfback. Nick Hoagland is a fullback. Wide receivers, Liam Hammer, Lodi Lou, Gunnar Lewis, Optimus Klein, and tight end is Phil Cherry along with guard Finley James. There's Patterson, got his man downfield, and that is a strike to Optimus Klein.
We just talked about it with Gunnar Lewis and Liam Hammer, known as the deep threats of this team. They got a lot of attention on that 3rd and long, and then as a result, they find Optimus Klein, who I mistakenly called Optimus Prime all too many times, and he moves the chains.
There's a look at Patterson stepping up in the pocket there, Gage. Gets a little pressure, shows that has great awareness in the pocket, not allowing the rookie name basically hinder what he can do in the pocket there. Here's Patterson again, big arm downfield. It is Liam Hammer, and Hammer is tackled at the 2-yard line. No, I'm sorry, it's Gunnar Lewis.
You know, every time I watch this San Diego offense, they remind me of Vegas in so many ways because they have so many 7-step drops in their offense. And they love exploiting the defense, often taking the top off the ball as they do here. They're lucky to bring them down there sort of the goal line.
Yeah, Mark Lopez came away with that tackle there. Touchdown saving tackle. Now, can the defense of the Legion hold up right here as they gave up 2 field goals inside of the 5-yard line last week to Houston and Brad Jones? They go out route, wide open. Nobody around or near Liam Hammer. Touchdown.
That did not take long. And at this, I've said it a couple of times this season, but San Diego offense does not get paid by the hour. They're out there looking to strike in a hurry. And look at this. I'm not sure what they're challenging him.
Was that not, did they not call that a touchdown?
Excuse me, that play was challenged. They're saying that he was not in bounds, but San Diego disagrees.
Man, I don't know what the referee saw on that side because
he's got 2 feet in. I'm not. Maybe they said that he didn't catch it cleanly, Damon, but his feet were definitely in bounds.
His feet was definitely. Maybe you're right. Probably because he's saying that he didn't have control or possession of the ball. But yeah, that's a touchdown all the way.
And San Diego's going to be robbed of that moment to celebrate by dancing in the end zone. Instead, they have to dance on the sidelines. That's got to be a great feeling for this San Diego team to get Vancouver to punt the ball. Vancouver's offense is potent, but San Diego is able to force a punt, get the ball back, and capitalize themselves with a touchdown. Extra point is up and good. We found ourselves with San Diego up 7-0.
Absolutely. As you stated, that was an outstanding drive by San Diego. But what was more important, they was able to stop Vancouver only getting 1 first down on their first possession and then forcing them a 3-and-out after that on their first possession. Anytime you're on defense, you want to stop that offensive team on that first possession and not allow them to gain any type of momentum on that first drive against your defense. And that is exactly what San Diego did. But let's not forget about this Vancouver offense. This Vancouver offense average. Oh my goodness, there's Chris Curtis. he was about to break that one and take that to the house there, Gage. But as I was stating, Vancouver averaged over 400 yards a game. As we saw last week versus Houston, Vancouver basically didn't do anything in the first half. Nothing went their way, but that second half, it was all Vancouver as they took over that ball game.
Took over is right.
Here is Tom Pepper underneath the center. He's going to do a 5-step drop, dump it off here to Robert Redford in the flat. And Redford's going to pick up 3 yards on that reception.
Earlier, I talked about how Redford was the leading receiver. So, you know, it's easier said than done to try to eliminate the possibilities of this deep threat offense. Anytime you got Robert Redford being fed so often, you have to pay attention to him. And it just makes everything, it just opens up everything else for this offense.
You're going to go split pro here. 5-step drop here by Pepper. Out route. That pass is caught right over the head of the defender, and it is Brett Killian. Brett Killian is one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the SFL. And he's probably one of the main reasons why DRCM has not retired, because he's inching close to just about every statistic record that DRCM holds.
You know, he's the second leading touchdown getter in this league, right behind yourself.
Yes. Here's Robert Redford, not taking anything from Redford there on that carry of 8 yards. You're right. He's behind Sim in touchdowns with 88. He's 107 yards shy this season of 1,000 for this season. Man, this dude, I mean, I think he's behind Sim as well in receiving yards, if I'm not mistaken. I have to take a look at the research sheet.
Bovine was second, but I could be wrong. I am getting older.
He needs his own category as a tight end.
Yeah, he's a tight end. He needs his own category.
Here is Vancouver. Power. I know where to go. He gets 1 yard on the carry there before being tackled and brought down by Josh Frenzy. That's needing 8 tackles now to break that season record performance.
Did a great job of bringing him back inside to your help, which as an outside linebacker you want to do. You want to force him back to your help.
I'm going to go throwing I formation pro here. Tom Pepper calling the signal, 2-step drop, got a man, open is Brett Killian, and he's down inside of the 30.
And you can see San Diego is respecting the hell out of these Vancouver receivers. They lined up about 12 yards off the line of scrimmage, worried about the deep threat. Meanwhile, they're giving them up everything underneath.
Absolutely. And this is something that you know, when you're game planning for a team, you got to decide, okay, what is it that I'm going to take away from this team? Well, everyone knows that Vancouver loves to throw the ball deep. So I'm guessing that San Diego came in to take away the deep ball. And there's a handoff here to Robert Redford, but you can't forget about this young man right here too, because he would run all over you all game long if you don't put a hand on him.
And that's nice play design. They actually sent the left guard on a on a pull, and they got 3 eligible receivers over there blocking in front of them. Nice play design by Vancouver.
This is the 3rd time we've seen the strong power out here for Vancouver. I'm going to go ISO this time. Redford picks up the first down now to the 18-yard line of San Diego. 1st and 10 for the Legion.
You know what? Cliff Allen, the kicker of the Arizona Scorpions, he flat out hates this play and wants me to take out the playbook every week. But I continue to keep it in there because of plays like that. You can take advantage, especially when teams line up in a soft box.
Absolutely. They're not expecting it. You can get away with it. They come out in a 4-3 defense here. San Diego linebackers are just shifting all over the place. Out of position and everything. And look at there. That's Kendra Hall with her first reception of the night.
Kendra Hall, the diva of the SFL, I like to call her. You know, I know they say Dave Access is, but my vote is for Kendra Hall.
I think Dave Access got a beat.
You think so?
I keep my comments.
Replay.
There's Wolf Justice with an offside there. And this is going to be a first down for Vancouver.
Yeah, they're going to accept this penalty as the free play is what led. You know, he got all kind of penetration on that right side because of the false start. And it's going to be a first down for Vancouver. Looking to make amends from that first drive.
Mm-hmm. Wolf Justice was anxious to get in the backfield. Got to be disciplined. I would say sound block the quarterback and just look at the ball. Here's another handoff here to Redford. Redford hurdles over a man in the backfield. Tackle for loss there. And that tackle goes to number 51. That is Leon Thunderman.
Nowhere to go. And once you get inside the 10, the amount of real estate gets very tight, and it's easy to defend. You got the back end, that back end line serving as a 12th defender.
Handoff here to Redford right up the middle. ISO play. He should not have spin there, Gage. If he doesn't spin, I think he's in there.
But then again, if he doesn't spin, perhaps he doesn't get those extra couple of yards on that carry right there, because I didn't get the number of who wrapped him up, but he fell forward and fell just short of the goal line.
Other SFL action, the Vultures are up 14-10 over the Queen City Corsairs. That is a matchup there in that North Division. It's been pretty strong all season long. There's a handoff here to the fullback. No. Sure. 4th and goal. San Diego's defense stands strong at the goal line.
Yeah, and Sawyer Stern was looking to score his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, but fell just short. And it looks like they're going to settle for a field goal here.
Alec Feenley is going to come on to kick this field goal. As you stated, Gage, this is going to be a 24-yard field goal. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be a 15-yard field goal. No?
I got a question for you, Damon.
Dude, I can't even see where the ball is spotted. It's 17 yards.
With that Queen City Baltimore game going on right now, how closely do you think strong safety Drew Hamilton is looking at the scoreboard while trying to play defense at the same time?
Dude, I'm pretty sure he's like glancing right before the ball is hiked. He's looking at the scoreboard and looking at that ticker, because if he really wants this win today versus San Diego, because if Vancouver wins, they have the #1 overall ranking in the league. After that loss, Baltimore settled to Arizona last week. That put them at 9-2 on the season, right?
They are 10-2.
10-2, is it? Okay. No,
should Baltimore win today, they'll be 10-2.
Yeah, they win today, they'll be 10-2. Yeah, so Vancouver wants this win.
Handy said in the chat he's also doing stats at the same time.
Split flip spread here for San Diego. Two-step drop by Pepper. Pepper gets pressure, deflects a man off of him, and he dumps it off here to Jalen Wells.
And that's got to be depressing if you're playing defense for Vancouver. They played that perfectly. There was nowhere to go. They got pressure on the quarterback. He should have been sacked, but he was able to keep his head up, look his eyes downfield, and find his tailback out in the flat for a pickup of 3.
Fast-moving first quarter. Defense here for the Vancouver Legion. You have defensive ends are Achilles Papanotis, Kybron Womack, Gerald Giudice, Josh Farnsey, Earl Fields fourth, Marquez Reed. There's a pass down the middle of the field. That pass is caught. Is that Liam Hammer with that one-handed grab? No, it is Gunnar Lewis.
Gunnar Lewis plays the X. He's the #1 receiver. Arizona actually recruited him this offseason. He said, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not trying to take a pay cut. We were trying to get him to take a pay cut. He wouldn't take one. San Diego was glad to pay him. They showed him the money, and he's been showing all season long why they showed him the money.
Cornerbacks for the Legion are for the Legion, Major Key, Ashley Rose Finch, Dean Maddox. Safeties, Michael Lister, Mark Lopez, and Drew Hamilton. Here's Jalen Wells. This is his first carry of the night, if I'm not mistaken, and he picks up a few yards, 3 to be exact, in that carry.
Jalen Wells, I think that's his second carry of the game, Damon, and they need, if they're going to be successful, they're going to have to get him more involved to give them something else to think about.
Yeah, you're right. That is his second carry. The first one was for a 3-yard loss. He picks up those 3 yards. 2 for 0. Here is Wells once more. Up the middle. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Probably pick up a yard there, but that tackle goes to Earl Fields, the 4th.
Going to set up another 3rd and short. Might be about 3rd and 4. In situations like these, Gerald Giudice and company, they get to salivating out there. Him and this defensive line are going to have to step up.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter, folks. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. live on the Simulation Football League YouTube network. Here is Scar Patterson. Shotgun formation, gun straight. 3-2 is the defense. They go with a twist. Patterson goes deep. Got him, man. Open. Breaks the tackle. Couldn't break the second one down to the 4-yard line. It's the San Diego Mavericks. And they're going deep on the Legion's defense.
Yeah, and I'm not even quite sure what that play was, Damon. I've never called it, and I don't think I've ever seen it called, but they sent the inside receiver on a straight go route, a 9 route they call it, Optimus, for his second deep completion on this afternoon.
I don't remember the name of it, but I can tell you who run that play. Vancouver runs it. And this is what and this is what happens when you scout people. You see something, and then you use that, and you use it against that team's defense.
Right.
Aha! You just had success. Here is San Diego. 2-step drop here by Patterson. Patterson tries to go inside. That pass is almost intercepted by Ashley Rose Finch.
And great defense by by Vancouver as they played. They got inside leverage, was very physical with the receiver at the top of the route and forces that incompletion. They're lucky that wasn't picked off.
There's a look at Gunnar Lewis. So he's down to the bottom of the field. They go gun straight once more.
4-yard line.
Yeah, on the 4-yard line. Only thing I would want out of here is 90-yard slants, and they're not going for it. They're going to go across the middle. That pass is deflected away. This time it is by Major Key.
Yeah, and once again, they're lucky. It looks like they ran that same play from a moment ago, Damon. I'm not quite sure, but wow, you talk about dodging bullets here. San Diego is getting away with a couple of pass attempts that should have been intercepted.
You're right. Scar Patterson lives to pass another down. 3rd and goal here. They're going to go underneath the center. They're going to go strong twins. Watch for the stretch play here. No, they're going to go 1-step drop. They're going to pass. Nobody is open. That pass is, I thought he caught it. Dean Maddox almost had that hit.
I'll give Scar Patterson this. He has a short memory because that's 3 straight passes that should have been intercepted. And wow, you talk about a man with guts and courage, but if he keeps making attempts like those, he's going to find himself on the sidelines holding a clipboard.
Gage, this is going to be a 21-yard field goal here for San Diego. My eyes are not playing tricks on me this time. And that field goal attempt is up and good, and San Diego's going to go up 10-3.
Base Scout is in a game chat saying, when was the last time you guys were on the same call together? He's trying to be sarcastic.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real-life time by our simulation as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. I gotta zoom in again. 125.
San Diego finds themselves up 10-3, trying to keep this lead. Damon holding Vancouver to 3 points through 12 minutes of action is impressive.
This is something that they're going to have to do all game long. You cannot let your foot up off the gas here on Vancouver as Tom Pepper takes a 5-step drop, dumps it off here to Robert Reffert. Reffert tries to spin after picking up 4 yards. Tackle brought down at the Vancouver's 26-yard line. And on that tackle is Josh Farnsey. He's been all over the place so far, Gage. He's trying to break that record today, his single-season record.
Josh Farnsey was my favorite linebacker when he was drafted, and Portland passed up on him. Vancouver said thank you, and he's been making plays for him ever since.
3-2 defense look there. Pepper on a 7-step drop. Got a man downfield. And it's Brett Killian. He comes down with that reception. This dude is amazing.
Brett Killian wins the 50-50 ball. I thought Zach Lay had a beat on it and was going to pick that ball off. But Brett Killian, using all of his tall frame at 6'5", 222 pounds. My goodness, 6'5", he's almost as tall as the Hands brothers. But my goodness, he needed every inch of that to come down with the football, Damon.
You're absolutely right about that. They're going to go 4-2 nickel here, looks like. Goes to the dime. There's a pass right across the middle. That's Chris Curtis with that reception. Picks up the first down.
Chris Curtis transferred over from Queen City, elected to file for free agency, and he's been making plays for this Vancouver offense. They're the last team who needed yet another receiver as a playmaker.
And the crazy part is that he comes over to Vancouver, leaving Queen City, as you mentioned, as the number 2 wide receiver. Comes over to Vancouver as the number 3 wide receiver, and he's very productive in his role. Here's Robert Redford, sorry about that, right up the middle, and he picks up 6 yards on that carry there inside of San Diego's 30-yard line and right at the 29.
Credit the front office of Vancouver for making such a move to convince a man to slide down from the number 2 receiver to the number 3 receiver. Michael Pacroco needs credit for that.
Absolutely. They're going to come out here in a weak-eye jokers formation here. Watch the stretch. There it is to Robert Redford. Redford stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4 here now for San Diego. Gage, as we was mentioning about Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis is 1 receiving touchdown shy of tying Michael Sy with 63 for 15 all-time on the SFL touchdown list.
Come on, you've been over there stealing my hard-earned work. But you know what, buddy? If I'm going to lose it to anybody, it's going to be you.
You know what? This is what happens when you print out the information instead of having to go back in Discord to try to look at it. So, it's Robert Redford. Redford gets stuffed for a 1-yard loss there, and on the tackle is number 47. My goodness, what a shot.
Who we got on stats today, Damon?
We have Andy Hamilton on stats along with O'Rourke. My apologies. I absolutely did not mention these guys in the opening here. But yeah, those guys are on stats, Andy Hamilton and Declan O'Rourke. Andy Hamilton.
Oh, no good.
Alrighty, here now. Let's see.
Chance to win, misses the field goal attempt, Damon, and it's going to set up San Diego in prime scoring position. 46-yarder.
I thought he had that one in the bag. I was looking in the Discord here and absolutely missed that. My apologies.
We're a team, Damon. It's okay. Sometimes you pick me up, sometimes I pick you up.
Thank you, boss. That's what you're here for, man.
You're a first ballot Hall of Famer, so.
You should have been one.
Cam doesn't like me.
It wasn't Cam's decision.
Oh, that's right.
He's a step up in the pocket by Scar Patterson. Patterson goes down hard for a sack. And on that sack there, it is Stanley Hudson.
And that's what happens when you have all of these 7-step drops in your playbook. You're going to have to rely on your offensive line to hold up that defensive line. And Vancouver has one of the more talented defensive lines in the SFL, so.
Stanley Hudson, a non-contract player for the Vancouver Legion. 3-2 is the defense.
Oh.
High snap. Patterson got that reception to his man, and on the receiving end of that, looks like a non-contract receiver, and that was 86, was it? Oh, no, that's 88. That's Klein. I thought I saw 6. My apologies.
Vancouver doing their homework. They send us the corner on the blitz, forcing Scar Patterson to get rid of that ball before the plays further downfield are able to develop.
Eddie Gage 3rd in the San Diego mile here for the Mavericks.
Quads left.
Quads left. Will it be the play action Z deep post? No,
It's
they're not
not.
going to go for that. There's a pass. It's caught, but he's going to be 2 yards short of the first down. Gunnar Lewis, nice concentration on the catch there, but he's just going to come up short.
He had to because he had to get down because Vancouver was ready to lower the boom on him as they had a number of guys in the area, including outside linebacker Earl Fields IV, who was ready to take his head off.
Well, you say ready to lay the boom, but they are the Legion.
Are they going to start taking that name up? Legion of Boom.
You like that one? Here's Chris Curtis. Curtis is not going to go anywhere. Right at the 20-yard line is where he stands. 1st and 10 here for Vancouver. 5 minutes and 29 seconds left here on the clock, and Vancouver really got to get things moving.
They do. I mean, unfortunately for San Diego and their fans, they were unable to take advantage of that field position, and now Vancouver is in position to take the lead here to close out this first half.
Let's look at the game summary so far here in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Three wide receiver set here for Vancouver to come out in a strong formation spread. 7-step drop here for Pepper. Jumps it off for Redford. And he gets a block. Tries to spin. Only picks up 4 yards on that reception. It's kind of disturbing for me to see a quarterback do a 7-step drop and only throw the ball to the halfback behind the line of scrimmage and only picks up 4 yards. Well, I guess that he just didn't see anything downfield and say, okay, well, let me check it down, go with the safety and security.
Absolutely. I yell at Ashley all the time, check it down. Don't force it.
Here is Tom Pepper out route to the top of the field. That's Brett Killian.
Nice out route there by Brett, who catches the ball, and since he's on the far side of the field, is able to turn up field and pick up more yards.
1st and 10 here for Vancouver at their own 34-yard line. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock now. Come out in the far near formation here. Jokers it is. Looks like a little pressure. Give a hit to the fullback. Nobody in the middle of the hole there. Picks up 8 yards on that carry.
And it's got to be depressing as a defense. You line up with 7 men in a box, including your middle linebacker, taking away the A-gap, and they're still able to pick up 8 yards from the fullback with no lead blocker. That just cannot happen.
Sawyer Stern on that carry there. Come out in. Split twins here. There's a tight end on the line of scrimmage. Hand off here to Stern again. And nowhere to go.
And that's exactly what should happen anytime you line up in a 4-3 defense. With no lead blocker, there's no excuse for him to pick up 8. They make amends for it on this one.
Axel Raven on the tackle. Axel Raven has come into the SFL, man, and has just made a name for himself.
Absolutely.
Especially what he's doing for the minor leagues. Absolutely love that, what he's doing over there. Here's another handoff here to Redford. Redford says, give it to me. I'll show you what to do with it. First down. Move the chains.
Move those chains. Robert Redford, they call him the natural over there in Vancouver.
The natural what? Is just the natural?
That's it.
I mean, natural could be anything. It could be natural nap.
What?
Natural frog. Cricket. I don't know. I'm just talking a lot. Just saying some stuff.
Oh!
Here's Redford. I'm sorry. Pepper gets pressured. He goes down.
In that time, San Diego came out and stunned it. Ran a you don't really see that too often out of a 3-man front, but they stunned the nose tackle in the right defensive end and is able to get Pepper on the ground.
Absolutely. There's a look at.
And he didn't like that comment. You say he about to come looking for you.
Yeah, I was just joking, man. I was just joking. It's all love. And here is Robert Redford, and Redford picks up a few yards there. Now it's going to be 3rd and 12 here for Vancouver. They're at their own 46-yard line. And obviously, a nice run there by Tom. I'm sorry, I want to say Tom Pepper, but Robert Redford.
3rd and 12. Derek Genko, Wolf Justice, and Stephon Forbes, the defensive line, needs to make the name for themselves and get their defense off the field.
5 wide receiver set here for Tom Pepper. Shotgun formation, high snap. There's a corner post to Killian. He makes the grab. This is what happens when you're 6'5" and you going up against someone who's only Zach Lake is 6'4". So I thought he was a little shorter. But man, he was there to make a play on the ball, but he just came up short. Brett Killian just went up a little bit higher to come away with that.
They paid Zach Lay a lot of money to get him to come over from Charleston. He was their number 1 corner over there. He's the number 1 corner here. He started the season, I believe he was the highest paid corner in the entire SFL when he came over. And so far, he has not delivered.
That's the 2-minute warning. You're watching Simulation Football. You presented by APM Music. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live linear and AVOD esports channel available everywhere. Through your smart TV, on your phone, through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. Visit estv.co.com to learn more about the programming and to find all ways you can catch the SFL action on the network. ESTV, the 24/7 leader in sports. Hey, I just saw last night on SFL Crunch Time is that Crunch Time is now going to be going live on ESTV. Talk about an outstanding partnership right there. There's Robert Redford, handoff, and he picks up 6 yards on that carry.
And that's Robert Redford. Speaking of him, that's his 14th carry of this ball game already. I'm not sure if he was, somehow they walked into his office or to his locker room and told him he'd be more involved this week, but he's getting a lot of carries thus far.
He is getting a lot of carries so far in the first half of this game compared to what he did last game versus Houston. Here is Pepper on a 5-step drop. That pass is deflected away, tipped a few times, and an interception by San Diego. The Mavericks turn it over right at their own 7-yard line. And look who it is. The guy who just got lost a few plays ago is Zach Lee.
Yeah, it was a tip drill party out there. I think, actually, number 84 of Vancouver tipped it straight up in the air, which allows Zach Lee that opportunity to come pick it off. And I guess he got tired of being talked about because he finally makes a play.
Absolutely. Queen City takes the lead over Baltimore.
Yes.
Will Baltimore lose 3 games in a row? Here's a handoff here to Jalen Wells, and Wells going to pick up 3 yards on that run there. Have you checked out our video content produced by our community lately? Catch it at SimPod every week, SFL Crunch Time, and Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres Thursday night. Say It With Your Chest with Eddie Gage airs Friday, and Netma you can catch all week long at 7 p.m. Eastern every week. The live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server. At the top of the channel listing, just look for Events tab. There's a pass right across the middle of the field. That pass is caught. Will San Diego go no huddle here? No. They're going to just go ahead and let the time run out, and we're going to go into the half. On that reception there was number 44, the tight end, Bill Cherry.
Deep in their own end, I think the smart thing to do, just let this clock run out. But they're going to line up here. Let's see if they actually hike it, Damon.
I agree with you. They are going to hike it. Patterson, big arm, tipped it away and intercepted by Vancouver. 0 seconds are left on the clock. He's not going to return it for a touchdown. It is Drew Hamilton on that reception there, out to the 30-yard line of San Diego.
And the head coach of San Diego almost had a heart attack. That is exactly why you just walk into the locker room, because now you got your quarterback over there scratching his head, trying to figure out where those defenders are coming from. He might be losing confidence, but they got to shake that off. They have the lead going here in the half, and if they're going to win this ball game, they're going to need Scar Patterson to make better decisions than that.
Absolutely. Both quarterbacks with the interception here in this game.
Tom Pepper quietly is 13 of 15 for 145 yards. He does have the 1 pick, but he's been rather efficient.
I was going to say that as well. You're right. He's been very efficient. 86, or should I say 87 completion percentage. 79.2 on the QBR. That's only because he has the interception thrown, but no touchdowns to match that. But Scar Patterson, this guy is basically putting on the show as well himself. 175 yards, 72 completion percentage, 107.7 QBR, because he does have a touchdown and an interception thrown. He's 10 of 14. But these quarterbacks are getting it done, throwing some high yardage here in the first half. But the halfbacks, Robert Redford has been getting a nice bulk over the load with 13 carries for 47 yards gauge. But Jalen Wells, he only has 4 attempts.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't gotten many carries all season long, but one thing I got to credit Vancouver for, they aren't taking what the defense is giving them. They aren't forcing the ball to Kendra Hall. She only has 2 catches for 24 yards with a long of 16. And only by halftime, she have about 8 yards and 188 yards passing, receiving, and 3 touchdowns. She's getting a lot of attention over there by the San Diego defense.
Now here's the question. Can San Diego keep the foot on the gas here and put up more points here in the second half? They only up by 7. Now I keep reference to last week because it was an outstanding performance by Vancouver. Is that they were down at halftime with 24-3 to Houston, and they came back and won that game. What, 30-27 it was? I mean, that was an outstanding performance by Vancouver in the second half. And I'm just waiting and excited to see what's going to happen here in this second half. Will Vancouver figure out how to basically get scoring drives back to back to back in the second half of this ballgame?
Only up 7. As you said, they were down 21 in the second half and found a way to win that game. So obviously no lead is safe, and I'm sure San Diego has it on their minds as well.
Rare Drop Sports. The SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distributions. Live in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Rare Drop Sports Twitch channel will broadcast 5 of season 18 playoff games starting Saturday, April 23rd, and the wild card round. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does for community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/RD Sports. Shotgun formation here for the Mavericks. Scar Patterson gets pressure, throws an out route to the top of the field, and it's to his main man, Gunnar Lewis, and Gunnar Lewis picks up the first down.
It still looks odd seeing Gunnar Lewis in anything other than Sioux Falls colors. I have just not gotten used to it, but San Diego and their fans are glad to have him.
Here's a look at that out route. That was a beautiful route, ran there, cut up the field as soon as he got the ball in his possession. I love seeing a receiver turn it upfield.
And what really impressed me about that, looking at the replay, is how he was able to stop on a dime and get outside. And to do that, you got to have excellent calf muscles. Excellent hamstrings.
It's 1st and 10 here for the Mavericks. They're going to come out in a I formation, twin set here.
Twins.
There's a tight end on the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, there's two. No, there's one. Handoff here to Wells, and Wells going to pick up a yard.
And don't look now, Vancouver, but Queen City now has a 10-point lead on Baltimore in the third quarter.
Yeah, Marquez Reed on the tackle.
2nd and 8 from 44 yards.
Vultures look like they're in trouble. Here's a handoff here to Wells. Oh, what a hit. And that is Josh Farnsey there on that tackle.
DeMar, I don't know about you, but Josh Farnsey and Alvin Mack of Baltimore are two linebackers who get sideline to sideline as fast as anybody in this league.
And they play on the inside, so. And, I mean, although the inside linebacker is known for going sideline to sideline, but, man, in this league, you got to be super blazing. Another out route to the top of the field. This line looks like Optimus Klein on the reception, and it is. And Patterson goes over the 200-yard mark.
You know what, DeMar? I'm going to have to look into that play because I'm going to have to steal that one for next season.
Scar Patterson needed 117 yards, which was shy of 4,000, leads the league in touchdown passes of 31. He's now over 4,000 yards passing for the season. My goodness. This rookie, 4,000-yard pass and 31 touchdowns as a rookie, man. That's scary and could be rookie of the year. But with the losing season, I don't see the voters swinging it that way. But, I mean, this is a strong petition here for rookie of the year. Offensive rookie of the year, that is.
We're going to go to a tailback.
It should go to a tailback. It's an end out there to Wells, and Wells going to be hitting the backfield. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. You're going to give him forward progress there, Gage.
They gave him forward progress, but he looked like he was a tackle for loss of about a half yard to me. But speaking of rookie of the year, I thought your quarterback, Dave Burr, was flat out robbed of rookie of the year last season.
I must say I agree with you.
I bet you do.
Here's a gun straight. Pepper,
there it is again.
Patterson, my goodness, what a nice dart there to Klein.
And I wonder if we can get Andy to comment on this in the chat, because we've seen this play ran a number of times now, and I just wonder if it's new to their playbook because they have yet to stop it.
I think it is new to San Diego's playbook. I played San Diego a few weeks ago, and I don't recall seeing it. Come out in twins. Strong jokers here, and he's going to pick up a yard or two there. Jalen Wells on the carry. On the tackle is Earl Fields III, along with Marquez Reed.
And San Diego is quietly milking this clock here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they are. At halftime, we saw that Vancouver led with time of possession, and San Diego only had 7 minutes of time of possession. Vancouver had 14, but San Diego comes out milking this clock. Just stated. There's another out route to Liam Hammer there along the sideline. He picks up 9 yards on that reception. 3rd and 1.
And he took a shot right as he released that ball. But wow, I mean, I'm not sure what Axel Raven told Scar Patterson in the locker room, but he seemed to have gotten his act together. And Vancouver's going to challenge that reception.
Andy Hamilton throws out the red handkerchief.
I thought he got his foot in, but we'll see what they say here on the replay.
Going back to the stats, Scar Patterson back in the first quarter had 3 passes for over 20, greater than 20 yards in the first quarter with a 50% of his
He's going to both feet down. That's going to be a completion.
After review, the play stands. The pass is complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
The ruling on the field stands. I agree with him. I mean, he had possession, had both feet in bounds as well.
That was easy. And I'm not sure if someone up in the booth told Andy to challenge that play, but he's not happy with him.
Yeah, that guy just may have a pink tag on his office door. Come in the morning. 27-20 is Baltimore. Down to the Queen City. Patterson, 2-step drop. Oh, that one there is shaky. I think he got a foot in though, Gage. Will San Diego challenge this play now?
Not sure, because you're right. He might have just gotten maybe half the foot down, and the front of his foot may have been out of bounds.
Will we see the red handkerchief come out here? No, but
no.
They do come out.
4th and 1 on Vancouver's 22-yard line. We'll see if they snap this ball.
I'll snap it.
I'm not sure, because their run game has not been effective thus far today. They may settle for 3 here, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's a long 1 yard too.
It's a long yard, but what's unfortunate about it is, with this being the second half, will that timeout they just spent come back and bite them?
Yeah, absolutely. And as we know that, San Diego is a team that does average about 400 some yards total a game. And a lot of those yards come during, garbage time and so forth. And they've been doing outstanding so far in this game here, yardage-wise in the passing game. Run game, not so much. Question is, can they hold this lead on Vancouver, or will they have to try to rack up those yards in garbage time and maybe out of luck of that timeout that they just spent? That's what I was trying to go with. Sorry.
Finlay with the 39-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. And now San Diego finds themselves with a 2-score lead here midway through the third quarter. Meanwhile, in Baltimore, that is down to a 1-score game as Baltimore finds themselves down 7.
Yeah, season 18 scenario show. After the league's quadruple header today, join the tiebreakers as they will break down the remaining 16 playoff scenarios with just 4 games left in the regular season. Who will have their postseason hopes dashed? Who will have a chance? And who does your team need to win or lose to help your postseason hopes? The show begins on SFL Twitch at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. Man, who gonna be up at that time? I'll be up. Gage, you'll be up?
Yeah, if Arizona was part of the festivities, I would think about it. But to support the league,
I knew it had to be something while you was over there quiet. Right. Here's Tom Pepper, step up, got his shot. Brett Killian picks up that reception and first down out to Vancouver's 39-yard line. Killian is slow to get up here.
He's slow to get up, but that was one of Tom Pepper's best throws. And there was a tight window as he can see the safety coming down, and he makes Tom hold that ball just a little bit longer than he wants to, but he's able to find his receiver for a first down.
Pepper looked pretty strong on that throw there, man. 16 of 14, 158 yards. 9.9 yards per attempt. Power eye here. Defense is playing to the strong side. They're going to go past. 58 screen strong. Robert Redford spin move makes a man miss. Picks up 2 yards on the reception there, and that is Mitchell on the tackle.
And I was just about to talk about Ray Laniero III's closing speed, as he had Robert Redford in sight to tackle him for about a 1 yard loss, and he totally whiffed.
6 minutes and 20 seconds left here on the clock. You're right, Eddie. San Diego milked a lot of time on that first possession here in the third quarter. There's a two-step drop here by Pepper. Screen.
Good hit.
Went right across the middle of the screen. Right across the middle of the field. That pass was intended for Dave Gears.
Isabella Blackwell just laid the boom. I mean, as soon as the receiver caught it, she gave him a shot in the back and forced that ball loose. Hit like a girl.
That's the true meaning of hit like a girl. 4-1 dime defense. This could be scary across the middle of the field with a single linebacker. They go 90-yard slants. Tom Pepper got a first down, and it looks like it's David Gears again, and it is.
Wow, credit this receiving core because San Diego had that play dialed up perfectly. Caught a 3-robber, but unfortunately for San Diego, their defensive line let them down and gave Tom Pepper extra time to allow those receivers to clear the zone and find a receiver.
There's a bunch here to the top of Pepper, to the right, and off here to Redford. Redford's going to lose 2 yards in the backfield. If you ask me, I would say it's 3.
Favorable spot, I don't know, but definitely not home cooking as we're in San Diego. But Robert Redford, he's getting a lot of touches in this game, but he has not had the production, only averaging 3.2 yards a carry at this point.
Leon Thunderman with that tackle. 4-3 defense for San Diego. 5-step drop this time by Pepper. Out route to the bottom of the field. That man has that reception. It's Brett Killian. 3rd and 4 now.
Brett Killian, by far the most productive receiver on this Vancouver team today. That's his 7th catch for 111 yards.
They trying to give him all the targets so he can catch Sim. I'm just kidding.
It won't happen in this game. He's got some more work to do.
2-step drop here by Pepper.
Defense.
Got some slants across the middle. Oh, what a one-handed grab by Curtis. No, I take that back. It's Kendra Hall.
And the more I watch this game, you can tell that San Diego has done their homework and they're dialing up great defensive plays. But unfortunately for them, their defensive line is just not getting home to put more pressure on Tom Pepper and get some incompletions.
Yeah, they only come in with a three defensive linemen under contract. Derek Jinko, Wolf Justice, and Stephon Fard. Here is Tom Pepper underneath the center. Strong eye spread. 7-step drop. Pepper dumps it off to the halfback once again. Open towards the top of the field, and Redford picks up 8 yards.
And that time, Axel Raven got caught too far inside. He read the play beautifully, but was too aggressive, cut back inside, and left the lane for Robert Redford on the outside.
There's a look at Pete Mitchell there. Here's Pepper underneath the center. They go weak eye jokers. Watch out for the strong stretch. There it is there. Pepper spin move, picks up the first down.
I was waiting for that, Demond. Spin move? Vancouver putting together a nice drive of themselves, eating up some clock.
They absolutely are. Getting everyone involved on this drive. Killian, Gears, Kendra Hall, and Robert Redford has most definitely been involved the entire game here. As the game plan has been going through him. Here's another carry for Redford, and Redford will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by, let's see, 93 on the chart.
Number 93 is defensive tackle Charles Ledbetter.
Charles Ledbetter, yeah.
6'3", 310. That's a big man. 310 to only be 6'3". My goodness, he did not step away from the table, Demond.
Another handoff here to Radford, and man, this defensive front here for San Diego is not allowing Robert Redford to go anywhere this game.
Anywhere indeed, and wow, they have did a great job bottling him up. This defense, you know, you got to give them credit, Demond. You can tell they done their homework, and they talked about it pregame when I spoke with them. They said they felt real comfortable coming in, that they could contain this offense.
Yeah, his longest run of the day has been 9 yards. Here is Pepper, 2-step drive right across the middle of the field. And that's a good grab. They're going to give Gears the touchdown.
Wow. And you want to talk about simultaneous demand. Vancouver comes and scores a touchdown to work into this deficit. And meanwhile, in Baltimore, they just scored a pick six off of a linebacker Devin King to
Wow.
take the lead.
Baltimore jumps right on top of Queen City there. The Queen City was up by 2 scores.
Yeah. In the SFL, things can turn in a blink of an eye, Damon.
Absolutely. It sure can. Trust me, I know about it.
You got reminded of that last week.
Yes, indeed. Lasers. The SFL has partnered with Laser to deliver digital SFL player card trading cards to its players and viewers starting this postseason exclusively on the SFL Twitch broadcast. Viewers, every 30 minutes, will be issued one of 18 trading cards, or you can buy the entire pack through Laser's store and receive the complete set of common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare memorabilia. Visit laser.gg and click the Join Alpha button to connect your Twitch account.
Cool.
I was looking out of my peripheral while reading the ad read that said James Clyde almost came away and broke that one loose.
He almost did, but he was tackled from behind.
You got to work on that acceleration. You know, he need that get away from the cop speed.
And Damon, I'm going to break some news to you after this play that I just got.
Three wide receiver set here for San Diego. Split backs. Here is Patterson, and that should have been picked off. But Liam Hammer came away with the saving boom hit to deflect the ball away.
Liam Hammer gets the Never Give Up award this week because that should have been an interception, but he turns around and saves his quarterback by knocking the ball out of his hands.
That should have been Drew Hamilton, pick number 2.
Damon, this just in. Should the Canton Classics get awarded a franchise, they are expected to name Mike All as their GM from Jacksonville.
Ooh, you went public with that one. That was the question that everybody wanted to know last night on the show. Say it with your chest. Here is a handoff here to Wells. Picks up 3 yards.
Someone just sent that to me. I'm not sure if they are a part of official SFL business, but it came from SFL in the know in Discord.
Wow.
They also report, which I named after this play as well. Here's that gun straight play again, Damon. Let's see how they defend it.
There's going to be a dot right across the middle of the field. They're not going to pick up the first down. They're going to come up short there.
Yeah, and they have to punt this ball because they're deep on the end.
That was Lodi Lou. I want to say that's Lodi Lou's first reception of the game.
I think it's on his first target, too.
Yeah, sure is.
Also being reported by SFL in the know that it's rumored that at the end of this season, A.J. Caswell, quarterback of the Queen City Corsairs, is expected to retire.
He's been around for a long time. I mean, a long time.
Long time.
I thought I've been around for a long time. Not as long as that guy.
Vancouver with a chance to take the lead here after being down pretty much this entire contest.
Yeah, Vancouver really got to get things smoking here. They had a nice drive on the last drive there that they had, the possession they had. And that went 12 plays, 73 yards. For a 16-yard touchdown pass to Gears. Here's Robert Redford. Block. Same play that they ran versus Houston last week. That broke Robert Redford free for a touchdown to win the game. Oh, my goodness. He stopped right inside of the 30 at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and he saved the touchdown because I thought he was gone, but Zach Lay ran all the way, Damon, from the other side of the field to make that game-saving tackle.
They just hit the block by the fullback.
There were a number of blocks out there. His backup tight end also got in a good block, too.
Sawyer Stern. I think the cops may come knocking at your door.
For assault?
Shoot, with a deadly weapon, which was his body. It was a 45-yard run there by Robert Redford.
They're going to line up what we got this time, Damon.
Gonna go for the screen here. Nice block there by the guard. Oh, it's a foul, but the big man picks it up and scrambles forward, 2nd and 3.
Wow, sometimes it just pays to be lucky than good. And I'm not sure what happened to Robert Redford on that play. He got caught trying to spin out of a tackle and coughs it up. But wow, talk about Johnny on the spot. His lineman comes over, scoops it up, and runs forward. Almost picks up first down. But if this was that other league, Damon, that ball would be, spotted back where Robert Redford fumbled at. But we're not over there. We're over here with the big boys.
Mike Overson, the left tackle, contract player for Vancouver, picks up the ball and moves forward. Everybody, that's the end of the 4th quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the SFL YouTube network. Put your 4s and your 86 in the chat. Miss you, Rich Pratchett. Here's Tom Pepper underneath the center. Go weak eye twins.
Hey,
nice move there by Pepper to cut it back inside.
Nice run.
I mean, Pepper, Redford.
There was nothing on the outside. He's patient, cuts it back to the inside, and picks up the first down.
Absolutely, Gage. I mean, that was just outstanding field vision there by Robert Redford. We go with the tight bunch to the top of the field once more. Handoff here to Redford to the top. He's going to be hit by the line of scrimmage. He took a shot.
Zach Lay again, making a name for himself, trying to make amends for those 2 times he got mossed in the first half. Comes out and lays the boom on Robert Redford.
2nd and 10 from the Dragon, 14-yard line.
Empty formation here for Vancouver. 10 minutes on the clock. Slant, and it's Kendra Hall. She picks up the touchdown for the Vancouver Legion, and Eddie Gage, they have taken the lead here in this ball game, and I am a loss of words.
It was not a matter of if, Damon, but rather a matter of when. Kendra Hall has been silenced for the majority of this ball game. I'm not sure she had a conversation with the quarterback, Tom Pepper, and said, hey, throw me the damn ball or what, but she got to look there, and she was able to muscle her way into the end zone.
Mike St. Green in the chat says, what other rumors have you heard about Eddie? He said everything else he has, Green, is confidential.
I cannot reveal my sources, sir. Sorry. But when I receive them, if I'm given approval, I'll let you know.
Vancouver Legion jumps up front, takes the lead 17-13. League website. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotion, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factory's features series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings, and the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SFL, simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. First and 10 here for San Diego at their very own 22-yard line. San Diego really haven't got anything going since the middle of the 2nd quarter, Gage. Really need to get a good drive going on here and put some points on the board. There's an out route down to the bottom of the field, and that is to
out of bounds.
Gunnar Lewis.
He's gonna say
out of bounds. Wow.
Yeah.
And what happened to the high power attack that we saw from San Diego in the 1st quarter? Ever since then, everything has been basically towards the outside, little bit towards the middle of the field, but haven't really seen that deep down threat as we saw earlier in the game.
Vancouver's been playing deep and off the ball all game. Come on, taking that away.
Here is Scar Patterson. 2-step drop, gets a little pressure, steps to the side. Oh, nice start. Picks up the first down. Liam Hammer.
Credit goes out to the offensive line, including left guard Finley James, for giving him the time to allow their route to develop. That was a slow developing play.
Vancouver last drive, 5 plays, 71 yards, 14-yard touchdown pass to Kendra Hall. Here is guard Patterson on a 7-step drop, gets help from the halfback, and Patterson goes down for a sack. His second
Oh,
and
we got a man
15.
down.
And
Gerald
Gerald Giudice
Giudice.
is injured and hurt.
Oh, not a good sign for Vancouver trying to hold on to this lead, as San Diego is going to be forced to throw the ball here in some situations. And you need your big man to provide that pressure up front to give others those one-on-one opportunities.
I don't see where he could have hurt himself. Maybe as Patterson was going down, maybe a knee hit the helmet.
He might have been doing that spin move right there. He kind of got twisted around a bit. Maybe hurt his ankle or something.
Maybe so. Big guy showing the agility.
That ball game is gone final as Baltimore takes the win 30-27.
Andy Hamilton said he gave his body for the love of the game. Here's guard Patterson, reads the progression.
Oh,
nice
nice play.
That's Optimus Clown right across the middle of the field to make this second and long a little manageable with 3rd and 3 now.
That's about 3 times now we've seen San Diego run these hitch routes, sit right in the middle of the zone, and find his open receiver. Strong tight end flex.
Here's Patterson underneath the center. There's a 2-step drop there. Out route those
Oh.
the field, and that is to Gunnar Lewis. They're going to say incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because Gunnar actually lined up on the wide side of the field and unable to come up with that football for a first down, considering your quarterback lined up on the right hash. That's disappointing. Rick Meter's checking in. Says, hello, Damon.
Well, how's it going, Rick? Missed you last week. There's a handoff here to Jalen Wells, and Jalen Wells breaks a tackle. This is his best run of the afternoon. Tackling the ball down across midfield at the 40, so the 39-yard line.
Easily his best run of the afternoon, as he was held to under 10 yards on 12 attempts, on 9 attempts, but now that run puts him at 27 yards for the day. Josh Farnsey told Gerald Giudice to just walk it off.
Run formation, he's going to give it to Wells once more. Nice block towards the outside there. Wells picks up 5 yards on that carry.
You know, with Jalen Wells being 6 feet, 230 pounds, it's kind of surprising to see them run him outside. He didn't have much success early on doing that, but so far here in this drive, he's had a couple of nice runs.
Here's a 7-step drop here by Patterson. Just when you thought it was to come outside, first down for Liam Hammer on that big pass from Patterson.
And I was surprised that he actually threw that ball because both safeties are playing inside the numbers. They had that play dialed up to be picked off, and somehow they were able to come up with it for a big completion to Liam Hammer.
Nice catch and grab there for Liam Hammer. Gonna lose in today's action. Goes over 1,500 yards, ranked second behind only teammates Liam Hammer. And there's a pass down to the bottom of the field. That pass is caught by Liam Hammer for a touchdown as he just crossed 5th Avenue.
Are you sure that's what it is, Devon? You just make that up.
No, it's 5th Avenue. That's a popular street in San Diego.
Okay, well, credit goes out to San Diego for, staying motivated and not getting discouraged about Vancouver coming back to take the lead as they regain the lead now. As San Diego, don't look now, but they're looking to pull off the upset.
That was an outstanding drive there for San Diego to take the lead. Extra point will give it a 3-point ball game. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the extra point attempt is good. 20-17 here for Vancouver. I'm sorry, for San Diego.
I look at this San Diego team. That's Liam Hammer's 13th touchdown on the season alone. Gunnar Lewis has 14. I don't know if all of Arizona's eligible receivers combined have 12 touchdowns.
8 p.m. music, you silly. is unraveled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com.
Vancouver, Damon, got some work to do.
Yeah. And this is a dangerous squad. 4-3 is the defense. They come out in I formation twins here. Tom Pepper underneath the center takes a step drop. That pass is deflected away. Axel Raven.
Axel Raven, one of my favorite members of the community. I mean, I remember he was in the minors. He was already making an impact with his presence, always present in games, supporting the squad, whether it was him making a play or someone else. He did the same thing over there in San Diego. Now he's in Sioux Falls. Now he's over here in San Diego doing the same thing, stepped his game up, helped coach this squad, and is also still supporting the SFLM. Look at this defense by San Diego.
Here's the Twins. Pepper goes nowhere. 3-yard loss.
And I'm not quite sure what defense that was, but San Diego must have knew exactly what they were about to do because they lined up with the corner, the safety, and the linebacker all lined up out wide, and that play was doomed from the moment they said hike.
That basically shows what film study does for you. Play, rewind, getting it deep down into your memory. They bring 4. One is the linebacker, and oh my, Kendra Hall, the good old girl, goes up high and comes down with that reception.
Wow, and that's a great catch because the corner actually lined up about a dozen yards off the line of scrimmage. But unfortunately for them, he kind of shaded toward the inside with no help toward the outside. You need to stay outside the numbers, but for whatever reason, decided to shade toward the inside and gave Kendra Hall a free lane to come up with that reception.
Outstanding receiver in Kendra Hall. A lot of milestones been broken today between these two ball clubs. 3 wide receivers set here for Vancouver. Here's a 7-step drop here by Pepper. Just when you thought it was a come outside, I'll take it the other way. And it's Brett Killian. My goodness, both of these teams are starting to put on an air attack, Eddie Gage.
Yeah, and I remember, Damon, when me and you called the game between the Vancouver Legion and the DC Dragons last season, and it was a track meet all day for both of these defenses. And sure enough, I'm not quite sure why. I was just crediting San Diego for the defensive plays that we're calling, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure if that was a cover 2 look or maybe three strong or what. But they played inside, and the receiver runs right over the defense. The safety cannot get over there in time to help out, and Brett Killian has just given Vancouver the lead yet again.
BK12 is what they call him over there in Vancouver, and man, outstanding play there as he just makes that reception cross Hollywood Boulevard, as I love to call the goal line. And man, Vancouver takes the lead again. Here we're going back and forth now with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. Tomorrow on NXT, coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues Saturday, April 16th, the final day of the regular season at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. The South Division title will be on the line when Mexico City faces Lone Star, plus DC will meet London in a crucial game for playoff seeding. NXT will also have coverage of the Atlantic Division race that features 3 teams viewing for a division title. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area.
That was probably the longest ad read ever, Damon.
It was. I think that one's about
2.5 pages.
Nah, that was on. Not the one that's the longest is the laser. That one is longest. It just a lot of words punched up. It's good. Here is Patterson, right across the middle of the field. Find his man, and that's going to be a 5-yard reception.
Crossing routes there by San Diego, and that play is hard to defend whether it's man, and well, especially in man, but man or any kind of intermediate zone, you're going to have an open receiver.
Scoring drive update. Vancouver, 4 plays, 75 yards for the 47-yard touchdown pass to Brett Killian. Also, Tom Pepper goes over 3,500 yards for the season as well. There's a toe drag swag there by Gunnar Lewis.
And you know, I keep talking about it, but San Diego, they love these 5 and 7-step drops. I'm starting to wonder, do they even have 3-step drops in their playbook? Gun quads. We've seen this in the first quarter.
Absolutely. 4 wide receiver set. Here is Patterson. Jumps off right at the line of scrimmage to Optimus Klein, and Klein's going to spin move backwards, but then go forward and picks up 1 yard.
And I'm not sure if that's the receiver who Scar Patterson was audibling to or changing the play of, because I don't think I've ever seen a receiver run that route out of gun quads before.
I don't know, my guy. I don't know.
And it's being reported that Jared Judasesi is back in the ball game, Damon. Oh my goodness.
What a shot that Jalen Wells takes from the outside linebacker, Marquise Reed.
Marquise Reed putting on a highlight tape for when it's time to renew his contract.
No, take a look at this. Marquise Reed is kind of short. Well, not short, kind of small, should I say, for an outside linebacker. 6'2", 225. That's what college linebackers. Oh, that's big. There's a pick there by Vancouver by Ashley Rose Finch.
Ashley Rose Finch is trying to take the air out of the sails of this San Diego squad, trying to send the fans home unhappy. And wow, what a time to throw yet another ill-advised pass, yet another tip drill, and Vancouver is looking to put this game away.
A takeaway that Vancouver needed and that San Diego did not need to convert. If I am not mistaken, I'm looking at the stat sheet here. I want to say that's Scar Patterson's second INT of the day, and it is. It's a handoff here to Robert Redford. Redford stays to the inside, picks up 6 yards on that carry.
Robert Redford is getting probably his heaviest workload all season. That is his 24th carry. He's now over 110 yards rushing for the day. He started out kind of slow. Wasn't getting a lot of production in terms of yards per carry, but he's almost at 5 now.
Ramos Lynn in the chats responding to you, Ada. Power I formation here. They're going to go ISO. Robert Redford right up the middle of the field on a loser yard, tackled by a host of Mavericks. Pete Mitchell in on the half tackle.
Pete Mitchell not giving up and trying to hold Vancouver to a field goal attempt here and keep them in this ball game. 3rd and 5.
You wouldn't know.
Split Twins versus a 4-3 defense.
And this Twins can be a killer for this for this 4-3. While the other cornerback is playing coverage there, and they're going to hand off the fullback. And my goodness, what a spear by Mitchell! This dude is everywhere today.
He is, and now he's going to hold Vancouver to a field goal attempt. They've already missed one earlier today. This is one going to be from shorter distance, about a 43-yard field goal from here, and going to keep San Diego with their striking distance of coming back to tie this ball game should they make this field goal.
Yeah, Gage, it's going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Normally, these are considered cheap shots.
Milking all this clock.
He sure is taking his time. Maybe he's a little afraid from the last field goal attempt. He's just unsure of himself now.
Nah, he's just trying to milk the clock.
By chance, told him.
Chance to win, hits the field goal and make amends from that miss from earlier. And now San Diego is going to find themselves. Remember that timeout they burned earlier, Damon?
Yes.
We want just going to come back and bite them. We are here out, on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, so we're going to have that plus San Diego's 2 timeouts.
His chance to win, to kick the ball off to San Diego. 2 minutes and 11 seconds exact on the clock. There's the kick. Here is Optimus Klein from the goal line. And Klein got open daylight. Spin move attempt. Tackled and brought down at the 33-yard line.
Man, you're starting to disappoint me, dude, because you normally say spin move, but today it's just been kind of average. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just not feeling myself today. No, I'm just messing with you.
Talk to your wife, man. Have her make you some tea or something.
No, I'm good. No, I just really haven't seen any full spin moves. I got to see the full spin.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we got a man.
Patterson, like I say, just when you thought it was safe to come outside. Touchdown, Limb Hammer. Not Fifth Avenue this time. This dude just crossed El Prado.
If you look at the replay, Damon, I'm not sure why, but the safety lined up close to the line of scrimmage, and with 3 wide receivers to the outside, that's inexcusable. You got to get back because you can't expect those two corners on the outside to cover all 3. And I don't know if they were anticipating something toward the inside or what, a crossing route of some sort, but he just ran a straight go route, and in one play, San Diego retakes the lead.
Actually, they don't have the lead yet. They need the extra point to tie it up, Gage. But that was an explosive play. And this is what I was asking for in the third quarter. I was like, what happened to San Diego's deep threat? They go back to the deep threat, and there's putting points back on the board now. And this is a shootout. What these last 2 minutes going to be like?
Stay tuned. and look who just jumped in the chat, Damon. T-Pat of the Baltimore Vultures. He got a close eye on this football game. I wonder why.
He absolutely do. He made a comment. He said that I'm doing my research on streets now.
The last thing we need is Baltimore finding yet another way to score points. The OFL podcast, not sure who that is, but they're calling for an upset alert.
Will we see that? Here is Chris Curtis. Down to the 26-yard line of Vancouver where they will start.
Vancouver with a lot of time, 1:50 and 2 timeouts is an eternity for this offense, Damon.
It sure is.
I don't think time will be a factor.
Nope, not at all. Shoot, as both these teams are playing for any one of them as of right now.
Now here's Vancouver ain't gun quads left, Damon.
You're right.
Oh!
There is a man open and he fumbled it. That's going to be incomplete. This is going to be challenged by the boot. That is not a catch.
It's not, and Damon, I did not get the name of the receiver who was playing to the inside, but had he not got bumped, that would have been a catch and run, and it would have been a foot race to the end zone. That's Brett Killian, excuse me. He got bumped, and yeah, they're going to be smart to challenge this play. I'm not sure that he caught that.
Yeah, if the booth doesn't challenge this, man, the crowd.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a booth review because Vancouver cannot.
Yep. Inside of the 2-minute warning, no team can throw out the red flag to challenge.
And Andy Hamilton is staring over there, and there it is. it took a long time for it to come in, and Andy Hamilton was scouring over there at that booth review, saying, "What the hell are y'all waiting on to throw the challenge flag out there? This is ridiculous."
While we're waiting on the booth review, I can give you a drive summary update for San Diego on their previous drive,
After review, the receiver
which
did
went
have
one
possession.
play, 67 yards, touchdown pass to Liam Hammer.
Second down.
And they're going to overturn it here, as you and I both stated, Eddie Gage, that was not a fumble because the receiver was unable to make a football move.
At all. I'm not sure what took him so long.
Second and 10.
Vancouver comes down to 5 wide receiver set. Gun tray open. 4-1 down defense is San Diego. 1:46 on the clock. Dumped it off right across the middle to Chris Curtis. Going to call a timeout. Not going to go hurry up here.
No, it was a smart decision to dump that ball off as there was no one open downfield.
They do pick up 4 yards there.
Get on their feet. You're in defense, Damon.
Come up here in the press.
Oh, look how San Diego is crouched up on the line of scrimmage, Damon.
Yes, they're crowded up on there. And Vancouver's going to go 90-yard slants here, pick up the first down, no huddle here. And that is Gears on that reception after having a touchdown reception earlier in the game. Tom Pepper calling the signal here. There is Brett Killian wide open down the field. They're going to go to Kendrick Hall direction. Nobody was over there near Brett Killian.
Wow, I mean, oh my goodness, there are a couple of open receivers on that play. And I was just waiting for us to hear someone's name called running toward the end zone.
Tom Pepper underneath the center. 3-3 is the defense. 7-step drop.
Look out.
Pepper hit hard. Sack goes down on a 9-yard loss.
He got to throw that ball away, and they're in a 3-wide receiver set. It's going to take them a long time to get over here and get set, Damon.
Derek Jinko on the tackle for the sack. And the 9-yard loss there. Here's Tom Pepper going to dump it off to the fullback.
Oh, no.
Backwards, lose an extra 2 more yards.
They need to
39
burn a timeout.
seconds. Tied at 27.
They need to burn a timeout.
3rd and forever. This is a Canadian mile here. Here is Pepper. Pump fake. Throws the ball deep. BK12. Touchdown. He's down to the 1-yard line and Vancouver calls a timeout.
Zach Lay is having one of the worst games of his career. I know he got the interception earlier, but he's been burned 3 or 4 times now by Brett Killian, and Brett Killian owns this man.
My goodness.
I'm not sure why they keep crowding up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and a mile, Damon. I just don't understand that play call.
Yeah, that defensive play call there just doesn't make any sense at all right there. Vancouver.
This game was all but over, Damon.
Yes, it was. There's a look at Brett Killian numbers there, 212 yards. He's getting closer to DRCM each and every week when he put up numbers like that. There's a handoff here to Radford. Radford gets the touchdown.
And just like that, Vancouver retakes the lead. It looked like this ball game was all but over. It was 3rd and about 200 yards to go for a first down. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure if that was cover 2 or what, but Zach Lay was playing up on the line of scrimmage, and it gave Brett Killian an opportunity to bail out this offense yet again. He's done so several times. Every time his name has been called, he has delivered for this Vancouver offense. And now Vancouver is looking to secure a 7-point lead with this extra point.
Brett Killian, Eddie Gage, 9 targets, 9 receptions, 200 plus yards, 100% receiving rate, 22.2 yards per reception. Longest of the day is 47 yards. But man, look at this here. Tom Pepper, 33 of 28, 385 yards, 84.8 pass completion percentage, and 133 QBR with 3 touchdowns and 1 INT.
T-Pat is in the SFL YouTube chat giving them the business for these cornerbacks, but I don't really necessarily blame it on them. It's just unfortunate that that play call got dialed up at that time.
I like the suggestion that T-Pat made, though. Honestly,
I do too.
Kneeled it at the 3, kneeled it to 3 down to the 3-second mark, and then kicked the field goal.
Now I agree with that, but not for Vancouver because they just have the worst luck when it comes to special teams.
3-2 defense. 4 wide receivers set here for San Diego. They're going to go deep. Oh, he got a reception. You need to call a timeout here, and they do. Out to San Diego's 47-yard line. It's Liam Hammer, and he has been putting up numbers all day today.
2 things, Damon. Number 1, think about that timeout they burned earlier unnecessarily. So now they just spent their last timeout. That was a stutter goal. Great route there by Liam. But secondly, if Scar Patterson just throws and puts a little bit more air up underneath that pass, he's allowed to catch it clean, and that's a touchdown.
406 yards on the day passing for Scar Patterson. This rookie is blazing. 34 for 27, 76.5 completion percentage.
Oh, no. They're going to line up in Hail
no,
Mary.
they're going to go Hail Mary. Oh, no.
They need Liam Hammer and Gunnar Lewis. Oh, and he's not going to get.
He's sacked, and that just may be the ball game. 5 seconds, 4, 3. The receivers would not get back in time, and Vancouver is going to sneak out of here with a victory, taking that win right in the heart of San Diego. My, what a disappointing loss for the Mavericks.
It was, but San Diego, do not hang your heads. I saw a lot of good things out of there from you today, as you have proven time and time again that they got the right play calls, but they just need their defensive linemen to progress a bit more so they can put the pressure on these quarterbacks out here. The play calling, I didn't have a problem with it at all defensively. There were a couple of times that it came back to bite on, one in particular right there toward the end of the game. But other than that, the defensive play calling was fantastic. They just didn't have the horses up front to put more pressure on Tom Pepper, and it allowed him to find more open windows, as time progressed, and just made those play calls look not so smart. But trust me, you get those guys developed, and it's gonna be, the sky's not gonna be the limit for this defense. But this is all about Vancouver right now. They have wrapped up the #1 seed. They're gonna have home field throughout, as well as a first round bye. Congratulations to Andy Hamilton. As Chad called it early in the season when the schedule first came out, this is gonna be the year for Andy Hamilton and company's Vancouver Legion. They finally went out there and got a kicker, stole him over there from LA, converted him from punter to kicker, and now this team may be complete and on the rise to getting Andy his first championship.
Vancouver will be #1 in the SFL going into the playoffs with a 10. Is it 10-1 they are, or are they 11-1? 11-1 they are going into the playoffs. #1 ranked team. They're gonna have a bye after the first round or so, and it's well deserved. I mean, they were down in this game, down last week, found ways to come back to win 2 games in a row, back to back, by being down at the half. And this team is dangerous in the second half.
They are, and kudos to Andy Hamilton and his coaching staff. Robert Redford carried the ball 25 times. He was very unproductive in the first half, but they continued to feed him the ball, gave San Diego something else to think about. And this offense, if they can continue to keep Robert Redford going, getting him involved, the sky's the limit, because they're already hard to defend with the deep pass. You get the running game going, and you're going to force defenses to cover the entire field, which is hard to do when you have all the receivers and the weapons that this team has. Kudos goes out to them. Tom Pepper, only 5 incompletions today. One of them was a pick on the ill-advised throw, but other than that, he was absolutely fantastic.
We're going to see who is the player of the game. I'm going to say Tom Pepper, and there he is, the man himself, Captain Canada.
Captain Canada. He's wearing the whole country on his back. He doesn't mind that pressure. He takes it week in and week out. They only have 1 loss on their season, and that was when the aforementioned Robert Redford got hurt against Charleston. Be that as it may, you're looking at an undefeated season, perhaps.
You could be right about that. But hey, everybody, I was your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon, alongside my great partner, Eddie Gage. Send everybody out.
Don't alone, y'all! Yo, we fell short. We did not meet expectations. Things happened to us. It took me too long to get things going, trying to figure out Ryan and Connor. That's all on me. I'll take the blame. I'm the head coach. It's my fault. Y'all did everything I could ask y'all to do. Y'all was perfect with y'all progressions, other than my man consummating his marriage in Mexico. I don't blame him for that at all. But yo, we gonna bounce back next season. I promise y'all that. We came to the playoffs. We was in the Final Four last season. I'm expecting to make a deep run next season in season 20. See y'all at the convention. Everybody who decides to attend, please get there, because Arizona is showing up crew thick in that mug. I promise you that. We got guys on deck waiting to represent us over there in Vegas. Everybody, that's all I got. Shout out to our stats team, Andy Hamilton and Declan O'Rourke. Yo, thanks for coming. Good night, and drive home safely, y'all. We out. Peace.
See you when we see you. Peace.